To the Valley Parade faithful, he was and always will be known as Mr. Bradford City. Stuart McCall enjoyed 2 spells at the club as a player, famously leading the Bantams to the Premier League in 1999, but success didn't follow him into the Bradford dugout and he resigned as manager 2 years ago. Almost a year later, and he swapped the Claret and Amber of West Yorkshire for that of Lanarkshire when he agreed to take over at SPL side Motherwell, a role which has rediscovered his appetite for the game.
It's been thoroughly enjoyable. The club's been terrific, although it's just small in size. The people that work here have been terrific, welcoming me really well. And on the park, which is the most important part, has gone well.
Things didn't work out for McCall in the Valley Parade hot seat, but he bears no grudges for the way his managerial tenure came to an end.
Not bitter in any way. I had 2.5. I loved every minute of it. Obviously, I didn't love the times when we weren't getting success or weren't winning games, but I loved every day I went into that club because it was a big part of me. And you know, I've been fortunate in football. Played for 4 outstanding clubs, you know, and every club I've been at, I'd had success. And that was the first time I'd not managed to get the success that I craved for other people.
Nicky Law and Omar Daly played under McCall at Bradford and have followed him north in a bid to further their careers.
He get the best out of me, and you know, back at Bradford, when I was named Team of the Year, it was him that put the pressure on me and get me there. And I'm happy for that today. You know, I can look back and say I was in the Team of the Year at one point in my career. So I don't mind. You know, he's a top man. You know, good coaching staff here, and I just think, you know, he's destined for big things.
He's doing very well here, and I think it obviously at Bradford didn't go as well as he might have liked there, with him being a bit of a club legend there as well. That's probably, obviously it didn't go as well as he would have liked, but for obviously myself and obviously Omar as well, he's a massive reason for why we are here now and obviously why we're doing well.
McCall still follows his old club closely and is as frustrated as any supporter at the recent plight as the Bantams languish in the lower half of League Two.
I look at my time at Bradford and, as I say, we were just, you know, off the playoffs by 2 points. But then you look at the managers that have been in since, you know, like Peter Taylor, obviously Peter Jackson, Phil's in at the moment. And it just seems, I feel sorry for all the supporters and Julian there as a chairman, because they just seem to be jinxed at the moment.
Having played for Rangers for 7 trophy-laced seasons, McCall has as good a knowledge as anyone about the Scottish game, so it's perhaps unsurprising that he's had such a big impact at Fir Park. McCall joined Motherwell as manager in the middle of last season and guided his side to a top 6 finish in the SPL and a place in the Scottish Cup final. This year they're hot in the heels of Rangers in second place, and dreams of European football are slowly starting to become a reality. You could say he's settled in quite quickly. Motherwell maintained their fine form the following evening as they edged out Hibernian in a 7-goal thriller at Fir Park. Despite the Yorkshire accent, McCall won 40 caps for Scotland in a distinguished international career. So where does his heart really belong?
Well, I've always said I'm a proud Yorkshireman. Be it the cricket or whatever it is, you know, I always, you know, I always fight my corner for Yorkshire. But I'm a prouder Scot, I've got to say. Even though I was born and bred in Leeds, you know, I think if it wasn't for my dad's old Mini in them days, not being able to get back up the motorway, I'd have been born in Scotland. But it's just something inside me, you know, my blood. I was brought up a Scotsman. I'll always be a Scotsman, regardless of the Yorkshire accent. But so I would say, you know, Scot first and foremost, proud to be British, and a bit of Yorkshire in me. A bit of a confused chap, if I'm right.
With Bradford never far from his thoughts, what chance of a return to Valley Parade for another crack as manager?
Being a manager there once, it didn't work out, but you know, deep down, I would have no hesitation. You know, in further down the line, I would just, you know, the supporters were so good to me and so loyal, and I see them now. You know, going to, you know, Sheffield Utd in the Johnson Pit, going to Leeds in the Cup. You know, the support they carry is still terrific, and them supporters deserve, you know, success. And I would have been loved being the person to give them it. I wasn't, but in the future, you know, my heart's still strongly affiliated there, and you know, if I could guarantee success, I'd love to bring them that.
Now, we can't let Stuart go without reminding him of a certain internet clip from his glory years at Bradford. Should Motherwell qualify for Europe, will we see any more car park clangers?
I'm actually still paying for that that incident with neck problems, as you may see sometimes. But no, listen, that was an unbelievable day for the club and for the city of Bradford. I think it's the first time they got promoted in 70 odd years to play in the top flight. Just what I would say to the kids is, and to anyone, make sure you don't drink a bottle of champagne on an empty stomach.